Merry Christmas, CG lovers. Thank you guys so much for being on this amazing journey with me. I really appreciate it, you guys. In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to cut a boho pant, which is also known as a wide leg pant. So over here on the pattern paper, I have marked the vertical and the horizontal starting point line. On the vertical point, I marked 1 inches outward, and then on the horizontal line, I marked 2 inches downward. So now I'm going to be placing my tip on the 2 inches point, taking away the waistband from it. Then after doing that, I'm going to be marking my crotch line, vertical crotch line, which is 11 inches in length. After marking each point of the crotch line, we're going to be marking our knee length measurement, which is actually 24 inches in length. After marking each point on the knee length, we're going to be taking the measurement of our ankle line, which is actually 40 inches in length. Then we're going to be marking each point. After marking that, the next measurement we are going to be taking is our floor length measurement, since it's going to be a wide leg pant, which is also known as a boho. So the additional length I added from the ankle point is 8 inches in length. So after doing that, marking all of those vertical lines, we are going to be extending the lines horizontally so it can be properly seen. Now it's time to extend the lines as shown. I'm going to make use of a red marker so that you guys can see this clearly. I know a lot of you might have complained that you don't really see this very clear, but I'm going to try as much as possible to make this very visible. Going forward, I'm going to be making use of a pattern paper so it can be very clear. So after doing that, I marked the crotch line, the ankle line, as well as the floor length line. So after marking all of those points, the next thing we're going to be doing is to cross-check each measurement to see if it is all ready. After doing that, now we're going to be inserting our horizontal measurements. We're going to be starting from the inner line as shown. Take note of where the tape measurement is starting from. So I'm going to be inserting the waist measurement from the inner line away from that 1 inch. So I'm going to be marking my round waist measurement divided by 4. Then I'm going to insert it on the waistline. After doing that, I'm going to be replicating the waist measurement on the crotch line as well, which also serves as the thigh line. So after replicating the measurement, I'm going to be connecting the two lines vertically as displayed. Please watch carefully so you can understand this. So after connecting the lines vertically, now I'm going to be inserting the crotch measurement starting from that 1 inch starting point line that we marked from the very beginning. So I'm going to be inserting the tape from that point, then I'll mark the actual crotch measurement. That's your thigh divided by 2, round thigh divided by 2, then mark it on the crotch line. After marking that, we're going to be connecting our waistline towards the thigh line from that inner line of the waistline towards the outer 1 inch we marked on the thigh line. You can see that our waistline is beginning to come into shape. If you know you've gotten to this point and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do well to hit on the subscribe button, like this video, and give it a thumbs up. So now we're going to be measuring our thigh line to see the total measurement we are going to get there, starting from the outer 1 inch towards the actual thigh measurement. Then we're going to be dividing it by 2 to get the midpoint. Whatever you get as the midpoint, make sure to mark it on the center line as shown. Mark the midpoint on the crotch line. Mark the same measurement on the knee line. We're also going to be replicating the same measurements on the ankle line as well as on the floor length. This will serve as the center point line of the pant. Mind you, it is this center line that will enable us to have the actual measurement of the pants we are about to draft. So after marking the center point line, we're going to be connecting it vertically as shown. Please watch carefully, guys, so you understand better. So after doing that, now we're going to be marking from that waist point line that we did, the replication of the waistline, towards the actual thigh line measurement. Whatever we get there, we're going to be dividing it by 4 inches. The measurement you get from that division is what you're going to be replicating diagonally to get the crotch curve. Please, if you don't get this point, play it and replay it again so you can understand it. The distance between the waist measurement we replicated and the actual crotch measurement divided by 4. Whatever you get there, that's what you insert diagonally to get the crotch curve. So after getting the measurement, we are going to connect the lines together to form a curve. So after doing that, we're going to be inserting our knee line measurement. Whatever measurement you get on your knee line, divide it by 2 and then divide it by 2 again. If your actual knee is 14 inches, divide 14 by 2, which is actually 7. Then divide that 7 by 2, you get 3.5. So you insert 3.5 on the left hand side as well as 3.5 on the right hand side of the center line. So after doing that, we're going to be connecting with a straight line from the crotch curve towards the knee line as shown. Mind you, whatever you do on the left hand part of the center line, you also replicate for the right hand part also. So now we're going to be connecting from the cut line towards the knee line as shown. If you have any sharp edges after marking those points, make sure to blend it in properly to avoid it from having sharp marks. So after doing that, we're going to be going on our ankle measurement. Whatever you get on your round ankle measurement, divide it by 4. Then insert the measurement on both the left and the right hand side. If your ankle measurement is 12, divide 12 by 2. If you get 6, divide the 6 by 2. Insert 3 inches on the left as well as 3 inches on the right also. So after doing that, we're going to be connecting the lines vertically towards the ankle line from the knee line. And then we're going to be extending the line towards the floor length. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop. So now from that knee points to get our wide leg pant or to get our boho shape or what some others call as flare, we're going to be coming down on the knee line by 3 inches. We're going to be coming down by 3 inches both on the left and on the right hand side. After coming down by 3 inches, then we're going to connect it to the edge of the floor length. Mind you, the measurement you insert on the floor length will determine how wide the pant will be. If you want the flare or the boho shape to come out very big, you're going to extend your measurement. If you want it to be very full, you can make it 10 or 8 or 6. This is dependent on how wide you want it to be. So on the floor length, I actually extended the floor measurement by 8 inches both on the left hand as well as on the right hand side too. So after connecting the lines, you can see that I tried as much as possible to blend it in, since I'm actually making use of a straight ruler. So now what we did on the left hand part, we're also going to be replicating on the right hand side as well. So now we're going to be connecting the floor length measurement towards the knee line. Mind you, 3 inches below the knee. That's where we're going to be blending the lines from. You can see that after connecting the lines, we have a flare on the lower part of the pants. If you want the flare to start from your actual knee length, you can do that as well, but I want mine to be 3 inches below my knee, so that was why I came down by 3 inches. Mind you, this pattern we are drafting is for the front part. Once we are done drafting the front pattern, the next part is to cut out the front pattern as shown. Look carefully so you know the actual point at which I am cutting it out from. Please ignore every sound you're hearing on the background. It was definitely unavoidable. So after cutting it out as shown, the next thing we are going to be doing after cutting out the front pattern will be to place the front pattern on a fresh pattern paper to get the back pattern.
I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change.
So now I'm going to be labeling it as FP, which is front pattern. So the next thing is to place the front pattern on a fresh pattern paper to get the pattern for the back. Every allowance we're going to be adding will be on the back pattern. I'm not going to be adding any allowance on the front. So on the diagonal point of the back pattern paper, I'm going to be coming out by 1.5 inches, and this will serve as the crotch curve for the back. While on the front part, I'm going to be adding 2.5 inches. On the front crotch line, I'll be adding 2.5 inches. Then I'm going to be connecting it with the curve from the crotch curve point towards the crotch line. And then on the waistline, I'm going to be going up by 1.5 inches. And then I'm going to be connecting the line straight. So after doing that, I'm going to blend the line towards the waistline. Mind you, I said I added 2.5 inches on the crotch line, while on the diagonal curve of the back, I added 1.5 inches to serve as the back crotch curve. Then on the front part of the crotch curve towards the waistline, I came out by half of an inch. This will serve as the allowance to stitch the crotch curve. Now on the knee line, I'm going to be coming out by 1.5 inch. If you know you are of the plus size, you can make use of 3 inches or 3.5 inches. But 2.5 inches on the crotch curve, and 1.5 inch on the knee line is just perfect for me. While on the lower part, I'm going to be replicating the 1.5 inch on the ankle line as well as on the floor length. Mind you, I said all measurements, all allowances will be added. Mind you, I said all allowances will be added on the back pattern and not on the front. But if you're comfortable adding allowance both on the front and the back, that might be able to work for you, but this works perfectly for me. So after marking those points, I'm going to be connecting it with a straight line as shown.
In my veins, I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame, cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed, all the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day.
So after connecting the lines, the next thing we're going to be doing is to mark our dart point. So we're going to be placing the tape from the crotch line, the crotch curve part, towards 4 inches inward. So after marking that 4 inches, now we're going to be coming out by half of an inch on the left and the right hand side. Then we're going to be connecting it with a straight line as shown. The length of the dart is actually 4 inches on the front, and on the back it is 4.5 inches. So after inserting our dart, the next part is to cut our back pattern as well.
Just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines and I'm through passing time.
If you've gotten to this point and you're not a returning subscriber and you've not subscribed yet, please guys, do well to hit on the subscribe button, turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss out on any new uploads. And also please don't forget to like this video to help this channel grow.
I won't stop till I hear him say.
So after cutting the back pattern, this is how it looks. Both our front and back pattern is actually ready to be used. So now I'm going to label it as back pattern.
Rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes. Made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say. Yeah, I work hard each and every day.
Our pattern papers are ready. Thank you guys for sticking with me to this point. After sewing the fabric, this is how it looks, although I'm going to be uploading a sewing tutorial by next week. So guys, if you want to learn how to make this wide leg pant as well as the blazer jacket, please stick to the next tutorial. And then I'm going to be leaving a link down in the description box for the blazer that I've already sewn, so please check it out. Until I come your way next Saturday, please be good guys. Bye.